Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
A live tower cam shot showing a good picture of the mist and fog that we have around the area. You can see how low those clouds are as the city lights are being reflected off the cloud bases. So clearly we have the potential for some fairly reduced visibilities in places because of the low cloudiness that we have around there. And when that low cloudiness touches the ground, it's called fog, and we have it in places, reducing visibility to near zero around the Venice area in particularly. 70 degrees our air temperature, dew point coming in at 69. We have a west-southwest wind at about 9 right now. That westerly component to the wind is what's helping to bring that sea fog across our area coastal communities and push it a little bit further inland. So the further inland you go, the less the impact of that fog becomes. In inland areas, you probably even don't know what I'm talking about, but along the coastline, that's where definitely it is the thickest. So watch for that as you travel this morning. Also, you know, it can come up on you pretty quickly as well, as I'm sure you know. So that can kind of surprise some drivers by how fast visibilities can change. 71 degrees in Venice, 70 in Inglewood, 71 Northport, 72 in Punta Gorda, Arcadia, Wauchula, Mayaca City, 71 in Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, and Bradenton, 70 in Sarasota, and 69 degrees out at the Keon Longboat. The forecast for today features a slightest little chance of some rain showers. It's not a big deal. Certainly there are no rain showers ongoing locally, though I'll tell you what, near the coastline where that fog is thickest, you could get some of that condensation on your roadways, making the roadways a little bit slipperier. So watch for that. Now, to the north, we have these little scattered rain showers. They're not heavy, and they're certainly kind of diffuse. They're here and there, and it's not a solid band by any stretch of the imagination. And the further south they go, the more dispersed they become. So we're not looking at a big rain chance for us today, maybe 10%. But otherwise, the action across the nation today is really centered in the northeast, anywhere from about the Carolina coastline all the way up through the Virginias into the Delmarva, and then transitioning in the colder air to snow showers for New York City, for Long Island, on up through Boston later today. You get some heavy snows possible here, and that has really created some problems for JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, up through Boston, Logan Airport. Got a problem. So watch for that today. There's going to be a lot of airport cancellations, already are, about 1,500 of them. And that's all due to this potential, at least, for more than a foot of snow across the coastline. Pretty tough to get that kind of thickness of snow depth, but it's happening today. That low pressure area off the coastline is in exactly the right spot and heading to the northeast. Trailing cold front carving its way through the state of Florida promises us a wind shift out of the northeast. That'll draw down some drier air and provide us with some low humidity days. That'll be very nice. And with this high pressure ridge building in, I think we'll get a lot of sunshine over the next few days as well. So for today, breezy conditions as that front moves through and the high pressure ridge builds in. Watch for that. Rip currents an issue today, and seas will be building as well. So boaters, pay attention to your boating forecasts. Afternoon sun and then cooler conditions. The RPM computer model shows those showers sinking southward, high pressure building in behind it, and some lovelier days ahead. Watch for a west wind at about 15. We'll look for a north wind coming in at about 15 to 20, and we'll look for 2 to 5 foot seas and a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. The forecast is calling for a continuation of that cooler, drier air right straight into the weekend.